but then she has to come home and submit to you, and then she has to put that mask back on to go to work the next day. So it's like if she is going to be working, she should be working from home or doing something like gardening, florists. Like she needs to have a feminine job. And then on top of that, when she does come home, that money that she's making should be going into decorating the house and stuff like that. If you're living in a house where she's paying 50-50, she's going to expect if you need something, you're going to pay for it. And if she needs something, she's going to pay for it. So if it's 50-50, I bought the tissue last time, so you need to buy the tissue this time. If it's 50-50, I'm going to pay for my lunch, you're going to pay for your lunch. If it's 50-50, it's like, I already paid my half of the rent. What you do, if you can't pay your half, realistically, that's not my problem. Because it's not a place where she's like submitting to your will and you're like if you pay full percent of the bills, then really you have full autonomy of the house. And she's gonna want to show up a certain way so that she don't get kicked out or walked over or like fade into the background or anything like that. And that just comes from a place where I was with someone in an apartment who was paying 50-50. And like the whole time I was like, well, I hope that this is not expected long term, because at the end of the day, I was hoping for our relationship to continue to develop and like progress. So like if he's planning to be a millionaire, then as a millionaire you should have no issue right now having that mindset of paying for everything. You know what I mean? And that's how you manifest millionaire. You're in your house, you're in your home, even staying here, you're in your home feeling like you're rich on the inside and feeling like,
Well, look.
you know, you have a 10-step skin care routine because that's what millionaires do. You have an extensive diet plan because most
All right. Well,
millionaires
look.
have like
Then let's
a
address.
dietitian or a chef or something.
Let's address this. Then all that can be simplified within a date, and a cheap date, like a coffee date, because it's not something you expect to be like money isn't a lot of involved in, or like a library, something as simple as
If
that,
I go
or
to a coffee date
a walk in
or
the
a
park.
library,
One of those things, one of those dates will be the perfect way to get to know a person, and they will literally tell themselves everything you need to know about that person without even asking them a question, because all you got to do is listen.
yep, that's how people get caught up because it's like I just listened to what you just said and I'm not feeling it. I feel like if I go to a coffee date, I'm expecting him to pay for my coffee. If I go to a bookstore, I'm expecting him to pay for my book. If he doesn't, that's fine, but we will not be having a second date. Like
Okay.
I'm gonna get the book, and I'm gonna like enjoy the date, and I'm gonna say thank you and be grateful. But it's like, especially if you got it. If you got it, that's different than not having it.
Yeah,
That's
but
different.
the point of the art, then the park, then there's no money involved at all.
Well, that would be your ideal first date.
Then that goes down to the person. What would be your ideal first date for you?
For me, an ideal first date would be the bookstore because I could get to see what kind of books you like, what you really like putting your time toward. If you like books at all, and if you don't, then that'll let me know that like you're just kind of gonna tag along like intellectually and like I wouldn't mind going to a park and stuff like that. But as a first date, it's kind of like then y'all are expected to like entertain each other with conversation the whole time. I mean, we could go to the swings and stuff like that, which would be cute.
That's the whole point, though, is the conversation, because we got to be able to,
Yeah,
we got to
compared
be able
to
to
like a movie
communicate.
theater,
We
it's
got
like
to
y'all don't really talk through the movie. Y'all just kind of like
if
vibing
words
around.
if words hurt deeper than sticks and stones, then that means we would have to be able to communicate consciously, non-consciously, and like pick up certain cues about that person that you are in front of, while simultaneously in your mind deciding you if you want to be in a relationship with this person.
I think I think I think taking people's choices away isn't cool, but also like I feel like people are used to being pressured into making decisions. I think after a first date, you still wouldn't know if you really want to date somebody or have a relationship with them.
Then that means without taking that other person's choice away, you can communicate that. Hey, I don't think I still would consider you as a relationship, and
Yeah,
like,
but
but
most guys do not have that. I've never heard a guy say that.
most females do not come up in front and be like, look, I have an attitude problem, I'm problematic, and like I like my way, and I have
Okay,
I
most
have
guys aren't
20.
like-
I have 20 plus bodies, and most females. Let's be real. Most females is not going to be honest
That's not
about.
ladylike.
Most females is not going to be honest with the experiences
ladylike.
with the experiences they had. If you came, if a female came to me and told me at a coffee date, told me all the crazy and fucked up experiences she had, like, oh, I had sex while being on drugs, and I did this and
That
that.
was
Wait,
rude.
I did this, I did that.
True what you just said.
No, but I'm saying something is like that. Something is, what do you say? Vulnerable as that, and you just come up to me and put all of that on the table. You giving me a choice to say yes or say
That's not
no.
how that
But
works.
because most
You
people
need to know
feel
someone.
no, but most people feel afraid to want to be without a relationship. They feel like they have to say whatever needs to be said just to get
That's
their
most
foot in the
people, yeah.
door.
I mean, that's most people, but at the